Now, as it says in the title to this stream, I am playing No Man's Sky on Permadeath mode. I actually, if you guys had been watching, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, I had made it on my normal save. I had made it to the Galactic Core, and I made two more saves, one survival, one permadeath, to see if they had fixed the exploit that would allow me to come into the game closer to the core if I had one closer to the core. They fixed that exploit with this last synthesis update, so I'm going to have to put in the work to get my fighter, or if I find a explorer or hauler or whatever, if I find something that's got better slots, because this is just ridiculous, right? And yeah, I could buy more slots for it, but I'm only going to be playing permadeath and survival long enough to get to the Galactic Core to get the trophy for those, because I've platinumed the game. I have all of the what I call the essential trophies. The only two trophies that I'm missing to get 100% on the game currently, because who knows whether or not they're going to add more trophies at a later date with one of their other bigger updates, is to get to the Galactic Core in survival and permadeath. Those are the only two non-essential. When I say non-essential, I mean it wasn't required to get platinum. Those are the only two non-essential trophies that I have that I haven't done. Which is why I'm slightly agitated that they fixed the exploit. I realize that they fixed the exploit to keep people that aren't honest and have put hundreds of hours in to just easily doing this, but between PlayStation and PC, I've literally put in hundreds of hours. I've got I can't remember exactly. I think I've got somewhere between 90 and 100 hours on my normal save now, and then on Steam I've got over 90, I know that, hours in the game, and on PC I keep starting over because I don't devote as much time playing on the PC as I do on console. So I keep starting over on PC when I learn new things from playing on the console. So it's a little frustrating, but it just means that I have to put in anywhere between 10 to 20 hours to get the ship and everything, and my resources and everything built up, because I'm going to need a ton of oxygen, ferrite, carbon, and chromatic metal to make the warp cores that I will need. And yes, I can farm that stuff as I go, as needed, but I'm going to need quite a bit of stockpile when I first start. And it also means that I have to play the game all the way through to when I get that stuff unlocked and whatnot. So here's hoping that I don't end up having to waste hours and hours and hours starting over and over and over again in permadeath, because yeah. I'm checking my phone because it dinged at me. Hold on. I decided to make a comment about this guy on I'm gonna just say Nick because I'm not gonna say his full Twitter handle, but this guy on Twitter was going off about how Han was never a Jedi nor Force sensitive, and I'm like, I corrected him because I said I thought Han has been Force sensitive since Star Wars began. It's how he knew that Luke needed help in the Death Star battle. I also remember a friend telling me that in the books, which were canon until recent history when it comes to Star Wars and Disney and Lucas and all that stuff, that he was also established as a Force sensitive. That's why when him in the books, this is how it was explained to me by a friend, okay, who was really into Star Wars when I was friends with him. That's how when Leia and Han got married and they had the Solo twins, okay, that's how the Solo twins ended up being so strong in the Force, is that Leia was almost Jedi or almost level with the Force as enough to become a Jedi and a low-level Jedi and all that stuff, but she never trained or whatnot because she was raised that way and never really wanted to be like that. And Han was a very powerful, not super duper, and I'm not talking like over the top or anything, but he was a strong Force sensitive. Okay, we're talking old Star Wars. We're not talking new Disney Star Wars. I never watched any but the first of the pre-sequels, and I haven't watched any of the Disney stuff, and I refuse to. Okay, so all the stuff I'm talking about is stuff that was done in the what used to be canon books and the original trilogy series. Okay, so it was established in the books before they were discarded by Lucas right before he sold the IP to Disney, that Han Solo was a extremely sensitive, Force sensitive. I just put it that way. And so that's what I pointed out, is that he was a Force sensitive. And then this guy, even though I didn't say anything about how he was powerful enough to be a Force ghost or Jedi or anything like that, he jumps on my ass, right? And he says, you thought wrong. Even if that was the case, being Force sensitive does not magically make you Jedi or Sith, nor does it give you mastery over the Force, such as an example of becoming a Force ghost. Blah 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 blah. And then he went off about how Disney Star Wars treats it like mutant, how treats it like this, that, and the other thing, right? And so my response to him, I typoed, so I'll read the non-typo version because I did correct myself in a secondary post. Didn't say it did, just pointed out that he was Force sensitive at least at one time. Solo has never been a Jedi or Sith, not powerful enough to be a Force ghost, that is for sure. Okay, because that is not what I said. That is not what I was arguing. That was not what I was pointing out. What I was pointing out is that he said nor Force sensitive. That means that he thinks that Han Solo is a complete null when it comes to the Force. That the only knowledge that he has of it is educational, theoretical, from watching Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke and all that stuff, right? From the outside perspective. But that's not true. He was never a complete null in the original version of everything. Okay? He was Force sensitive. If he wasn't Force sensitive, then he wouldn't have been known how to help Luke during the the Death Star battle, and he wouldn't have known where Luke was and that he needed help on Hoth when Luke got captured by that weird ass Yeti or whatever it was. Okay, you in order for him to say, "Oh, I just had a feeling," which is what basically he says in both instances. In order for him to have had a feeling, he has to be either any slightly Force sensitive enough for the Force to go, "Hey, go help," you know. he has to have some kind of link or way into the flow of the Force in order to have gotten the hints that Luke needed help. And it could be that he's just barely Force sensitive enough to be linked to Luke, okay? I'm not arguing that he's an all-powerful, all-knowing, Qui-Gon Jinn or Yoda or, or even Anakin, for Christ's sake. Okay, I wasn't arguing any of that. I was just pointing out that the guy said he was not Force sensitive, and Solo has always been written as at least slightly Force sensitive. Okay. So the guy can jump up. I don't care what Disney's doing right now. Okay, they're not getting my money. I'm not buying any of their merchandise. Okay, I'm not going to Disney Plus. I'm not watching, Baby Yoda. I see pictures and memes of Baby Yoda. I'm not watching The Mandalorian. I'm not watching any of the movies. I'm not buying any of the toys or anything like that. The only thing that I've bought that's been Star Wars lately, okay, is a Christmas Yoda for a friend whose nickname is Yoda. Okay, and that's the only reason I bought it. And some clothing buttons, the kind that you pin onto like a tie or a vest or jacket or hat or whatever you want to pin it to. That also went to the same friend. Okay. I don't other than I think I might own the original trilogy. Maybe I'd have to look. I am not a Star Wars fan. Oh, wait. I have one thing that I own, that I bought. I have a t-shirt that has an Imperial Stormtrooper helmet with tropical pattern in it that I bought specifically because my work at the time was paying for everybody to go see one of the new Disney Star Wars movies. And then I ended up getting severe flu and stuff and not being able to go. I still wear the shirt in the house because it's a t-shirt. I'm not going to just throw out a perfectly serviceable shirt. I'm a Star Trek fan that can watch the Star Wars films and be like, look, my favorite Star Wars movie has repeatedly had me called a non-Star Wars fan. I like Return of the Jedi. Or Revenge of the not Return of the Jedi. Revenge of the Jedi. Or something like that. The one with the Ewoks in it. Okay? That is my favorite one. And it's because I like Ewoks. And when I talk to actual super hardcore Star Wars fans, the ones that are going crazy and are in the fandom menace and all that stuff about it, they berate me because the only reason that the Ewoks were even in that movie was because of marketing to children. And I'm going to point out to most of these people that I was a child when it came out. Okay? I was born in 1980. So when I saw the third Star Wars film, at that time it was the third Star Wars film, the sixth episode, episode 6, when I saw it, Ewoks were cool because they looked like little walking teddy bears, okay? Which is exactly why they were made and marketed that way. Because my other favorite Star Wars movie, I can't even remember the name of, it's the one where Wicket helps these two human children who crash landed on Endor, I think, and they go on an epic adventure to try to find their parents or something like that. It's been years since I've watched any of the films at all. The only reason I know anything is going on in the Star Wars fandom at the moment is because it's all over the internet. Okay? responding one last time to this guy, and then if he continues to try to berate me, I'm going to mute him. I've watched the original. Oh wow, why did it do that? I've watched the originals and the first of the prequels, and that is it. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. The only things I know are from way back when I was best friends with someone that had read all the books and watched all the films circa 1998. Okay? He needs to leave me the hell alone. I don't know what ESP Empire Strikes Back. Actually, he was Force sensitive in A New Hope. I'm trying to remember them, because he was getting feelings when they were doing the raid to save Leia, stuff like that. I just remember what my friend told me. So, you know what? The hell with it. Let's get started so you guys don't just keep watching traffic. Because, I don't need a headache over something I don't really fucking care about. I just don't want to be berated for something, for an opinion, basically. Because I didn't berate him for his opinion at all. I just pointed out that this is what I had been told. Do I want to deal with hot weather or... Yeah, I'll deal with hot weather. I need copper to build the base computer, and I can build the base computer on the hot weather planet. Anyway, I find it really annoying that it wasn't even really, it was an opinion, but it wasn't even like an attacking opinion. It was just like, this is what I remember, you know. It wasn't, you're wrong. People need to get over themselves. Seriously. It's as my mom pointed out, all of this is because of fictional characters, and we just need to get over ourselves because they're fictional fucking characters. She said that to me even recently for me getting pissed off at I don't remember what it was. Oh, I got pissed off at an opinion of a fictional character in Kojima's new game Death Stranding. There's a guy in there that's named the Elder, and this might be spoilers. I am unsure. Anyway, he's labeled as the Elder, and you can make deliveries to him, and then he sends you emails. And in one of the emails that he sent me, the people who wrote it obviously have a certain political opinion that I don't agree with in real life. Okay, because they wrote about how right before the Death Stranding happened that America had elected a president that was building a wall along the border of the country. And how it made this legal immigrant, at least from what I understand, from what sounds like a European country, his accent reminds me of like Germans or Polish people, maybe even Ukrainians or whatever, you know, Slavic or Czech, you know, about how uh, it made him feel like he wasn't welcome and shit like that. And I got really, really pissed off. I got wound up enough that I wanted to get on YouTube and vent my spleen, as it were. And my mom pointed out that this is the opinion of some random person that I don't know who wrote for this game for a fictional character in a fictional game, and that I needed to calm the fuck down. And she was right. But, like, it just really irritated me that they took... Why? What the hell? Oh, fuck. That they took real life politics and put it into a fictional game, and, you know, basically talked about stuff that, depending on where this person is from, you know, is tainted by a lot of shit. And irritates me because the man whose name is all over the game is from Japan. And if you know anything about frickin' Japan, you'll realize that they have some of the strictest frickin' immigration laws as a country. And I realize that the game is set in America, and so they're talking about American politics. But Jesus, they need to, like, cool their jets, okay? Because the political opinion that they're voicing in that game about the immigration and the wall and how it made them feel unsafe to be immigrants or whatever, that is complete and total bullshit. Because if you talk to any of the legal immigrants that have come here, well, not all of them, but a good portion of them, you'll realize that most of them don't like the illegal immigrants coming over the border of Mexico either. I live in California, for Christ's sake. I've met some of these people. You know, the Hispanic and people from other parts of South America, you know, that have come here legally. I had a teacher that came from Honduras, okay, and he used to talk about the Honduran death squads and shit from when him and his family immigrated here to get away from them, I should say. And he didn't go, of course, into graphic detail because, you know, he was teaching high school students, but he talked about it a little bit. And the people who are coming across the border right now are doing it illegally. They're not stopping at the first safe country from away from the one that they're originating from and going to the American embassy and applying for citizenship or sanctuary or, you know, whatever it is that they're going to apply for. No, they're just sneaking across the border, and that's illegal. That's illegal in most countries, if not all countries, across the frickin' globe. And then, of course, that same immigrant talks about how countries are stupid and how borders are stupid. And I'm just like, yeah. It's basically talking globalist propaganda. And it's not... No. No. It's fucking dumb. And it's not... We need laws and borders and all that stuff, because if we don't, we get what's happening in California, where they've made it so that unless it's above a certain amount, people can walk in and steal whatever they want and walk out. And it's gotten to the point, because of that law change, that people don't even call the cops anymore. People don't even report it anymore. Alright? They don't stop them. Alright? Security guards are told not to engage if they see them stealing less than a certain amount. Alright? And that's just ridiculous. Because if 10 people steal, $10 a day, that's $100 out of the owner's pocket. And I'm talking about mom and pop stores not just big conglomerates that can afford it, whatever, right? That's the mentality, is like, they own a business, so obviously they can afford to, like, give me shit for free. Anyway. So, it's annoying. Because hell, in some countries, they consider people coming over the border illegally invaders, and they shoot on sight. And I'm not talking just North Korea and those kind of countries. I'm talking about so-called civilized places. They'll either shoot you on sight, or they'll jail you. The only reason these people have the freedom to say these things is because of the systems that are in place that protect their freedom of speech and their freedom of assembly. And it's just annoying that because they have grown up in these safe places that have been safe for, decades, if not hundreds of years, depending on which country you're talking about, they completely and totally, they don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate it at all. The things that people have gone through to make sure that they had the right to bitch and to group together with other people to bitch. They want to take other people's rights away, and it's just, they don't see the slippery slope of fascism or anything like that in the actions that they're taking. And it just irritates the hell out of me, and I apologize. Nah. Really? Of course, it would be in the easiest direction for getting carbon. I know, I'll get into my ship in a second. I also don't like that little thing that they did either. It used to be that if you went here and you clicked on it and you clicked on that, because it tells you the number right there, that it would just feed it. Now you have to like actually do that. The only way you can do it auto is by going into the menu here and doing it. And that doesn't tell you the numbers, at least I haven't experienced it ever telling me the numbers for things. Where is the damn... Really? Yeah.
Incoming storm. Base computer online.
Savage data plans, subterranean devices, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I know. Okay, thank you.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Down. Okay, yeah, we have to... One out there. There's two that direction. There's one 400 yards away. 267 yards away. So if I do the one over here, I could go this way, and then this way. God, this is... You're only allowed to carry 250 of each element on you at any given time, unless you use your cargo slots. And everything's much more sparse. Like even though there's a lot of plants and stuff, you get less out of them than you used to. was that other... Yes.
Protection falling. Protection falling.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Might take a little bit of damage, but...
Extreme heat damage detected. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Ground protection falling.
It's probably a predator.
Units received.
Predator.
Units received. Units received. Ground protection falling.
It's the only element that you can't mine right away in small doses.
Ground protection falling.
Yes, I know it's falling. We'll wait until the last possible second to use any kind of sodium in it.
Ground protection falling.
Where'd it go? Okay, I'm confused. Massively confused. Okay. Why? What happened to all my sodium? I had sodium. Fuck my life. The fuck? They need to fix that shit. I'm under rock and dirt. The goddamn predators should not be able to hit me. I'm gonna die.
Shield down.
I'm gonna die because they're fucked up glitch. If they're not gonna fix that, they should put back the exploit that they took out. I'm never talking to any of the fucking Star Wars fans ever again.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization.
They don't know how to have open dialogue on either end.
Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online.
The guy came back with, well, maybe you should do more research before making bold statements. And I'm like, I didn't make a bold statement.
Aerial propulsion.
I came in with the knowledge that I knew in a friendly, neutral fashion before you started treating me like you have. Have a nice life.
Laser attachment operational. User initialization.
Fucking arrogance. Swear to God. That.
Radiation protection falling.
Yes, I know.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge. Technology installed.
Don't have enough barite yet. I don't have enough carbon yet. Damn it. Still not enough ferrite. Really?
Component repaired. Technology repaired. Radiation protection falling.
I need more carbon technically, but oxygen will help too. Eventually. They put me in the middle of nowhere. That's what they do it on purpose. As if permadeath wasn't already hard enough, right?
Radiation protection falling. Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge.
I really, really dislike being attacked when I'm being friendly. And then people wonder why they don't get, more people interested in whatever it is that they're interested in, that they're attacking people over. Why people aren't more passionate about the things that they're passionate about.
Radiation protection falling.
If you continuously attack people that are genuinely interested in open dialogue, that aren't accusing you or anything, that aren't attacking you for anything, that just have a slightly differing opinion than you, then you're going to lose all support from people who aren't the super duper crazy fringe people. Because I had been talking to people that were in the fandom menace, which this guy says that he's, I say guy as a generalization, that this person says that they're a part of, and have had good conversations with them about multiple different types of topics, not just Star Wars. And this person just totally irritated me to no end.
Radiation protection falling.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't have any. My scanner's charging. Scanner's charging. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna die.
Radiation damage detected.
I'm opening my soda, sorry. Actually, I like Star Trek. I love Farscape and Stargate. I'm a bigger Stargate fan than I am a Star Trek fan. I find people really, really trying. Oh, cool. I'm still learning how to let shit go when I get pissed. So give me a second well, not a second. Give me a little bit to work on letting it go about that whole conversation where I was just attacked, and I'll be fine. He didn't even acknowledge the fact that I mentioned the books. Hi. Hello, ducky. Hi. Hi. Yes, I pet you. Yes, I pet you. Oh, scratchy, scratchy. Yeah? Okay. Oh, love the puppy. Love the puppy. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Product instructed. Component prepared.
Yeah, well, this was about Star Wars. But the concept's the same, I get it. Just mildly annoying. I let it go. I told him, have a nice life. I stopped. I can't. I'm not the type of person anymore. Just instantly let it go. I have to just work through it, and I'm fine.
Void.
I told him have a nice life. I stopped talking to him, and then I'm just processing through it and letting it go.
Component prepared. Radiation protection. Falling.
Do you need my help with anything? Okay. And now my mom's mad at me. My whole day has turned into total fucking shit.
Product instructed. Technology recharge.
$50. Okay. Why did it do that?
Radiation protection. 4 units received.
Hold on.
Units received.
Come here. Come here, ducky.
Units received.
Hi. Is it food time?
Units received.
Are you hungry? Is you a hungry puppy? Yeah. Give me a second.
Received.
Okay. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna stop streaming. I have to go to the bathroom. Talk to you guys later.